Sidney Prescott. Sidney Prescott.
Bam! Sid, super bitch.
Sidney Evans? Who? Sidney Prescott. We all know her. We all love her. And with the release of Scream 7 coming out soon, I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about the GOAT of all final girls. Matter of fact, the GOAT of all horror movies, Sidney Prescott. So, without further ado, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe. I don't want a job, and let's begin.
God, why don't you stop your whining and get on with it? I've heard this shit before. Stop!
Before I explain why she is the greatest final girl of all time, I should first explain what exactly a final girl is for the people in the back that don't know. By definition, the final girl is the last surviving female character who confronts the killer, endures the climax, and often defeats the villain. That last part, defeats the villain, describes Sidney perfectly. She is always standing on business. No matter what, Sid is never backing down from a fight. She will double tap folks with no problem. She will talk shit to Ghostface while in conflict with him. She does not care. No doubt, Sidney is definitely the most badass final girl, even when compared to people like Laurie Strode. Just look at the stats. Sidney's KD is way better than all these scrubs. She got a lot of kills and 0 deaths. Laurie Strode literally died once, got rebooted, and then died again. To add on top of this, the first scene we see of Sidney talking to Ghostface, she's literally talking shit about the classic final girl.
No, it's just what's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
Come on now, no one else is doing that. She's a badass fucking kid, she knows how to handle business, and she can fight. What more can I say? She is, in fact, indubitably like that.
I'm sorry if my traumatized life is an inconvenience to you and your perfect existence.
A common theme with a lot of final girls, especially the ones back in the day, is that they're pretty shallow and one-dimensional characters. For example, you got the first 3 Friday the 13th final girls. They don't really change that much. They're pretty much the same throughout the movie. And I'd even argue Nancy Thompson from Nightmare on Elm Street is a pretty one-dimensional character. And obviously you got some outliers with interesting characters like Laurie Strode, but they just cannot hold up to Sidney's character arc that she goes through throughout the franchise. Nope. In Scream 1, we see her set up as a withdrawn girl dealing with the murder of her mother and, you know, the traumas that come with that. Towards the end of the movie, we see her grow into a survivor, throwing TVs on people's heads, and shooting her own Billy Boy. In the second movie, instead of reverting back to being shy like a lot of sequels would do, Sidney is way more confident and way more social than ever. She's actually talking to her friends this time instead of the first movie, probably because they aren't talking about some freak shit like this.
Never alone.
Ow! And when the time comes, Sidney again rises to the occasion. And she even learns from her past mistakes, double tapping Mrs. Loomis before she can get her final scare in. I love this scene so much because it just shows how much she's grown throughout the first 2 films and how much stronger she's becoming. You don't see this out of other final girls. You'll never see another final girl shoot a villain that already looks dead. It's a great scene and it makes her stand out from the rest. Scream 3 is where we see Sidney's best character arc from beginning to end. This time, instead of the social confidence we've seen before, instead she's completely cut off from the world. Oh yeah, she's also seeing visions of her dead mom. This conversation with her dad shows to us perfectly her situation and how she's doing.
I'm worried about you, kid. Out here by yourself, you never see anyone. The only people you talk to don't even know your real name. It's as if you don't exist.
That's the idea. Psychos can't kill what they can't find.
And we also learn about her job, showing us that she's using her trauma as a way to help people. After getting a call from Ghostface, she's forced back to action, and of course, she steps back up to the plate, ready to shoot. True MVP. I mean, she is packing straight heat. Nancy Thompson could never. We have this great scene.
God, why don't you stop your whining and get on with it? I've heard this shit before.
Stop!
You know why you kill people, Roman, do you?
Don't want to hear it!
Because you choose to! There is no one else to blame!
Fucking damn it!
Because it's showing us that she doesn't really care about Ghostface's bullshit motives anymore. And she's not really afraid of him. She just wants to get over with it at this point. And after getting shot and getting her shield broken, Sidney then, of course, does what she always does and handles business. Throughout the whole movie, Sidney learns to let the whole world back in again. And when she returns home at the end of the movie, instead of locking her gate and door, she's okay with them being open. She finally feels safe. Peak cinema. Doesn't last very long though. At this point, she's pretty much cemented her place as a character, and she's pretty consistent throughout later films. In Scream 4, she again steps up, but she still has that same personality that she's had since Scream 1 that a lot of the other final girls just lack. The third reason why Sidney's the best final girl is that she breaks the traditional tropes and cliches of the final girl. First off, she has sex and lives.
Wow.
It's pretty unheard of for the final girl to do the devil's tango at all. People like Lori and Nancy never partake in such acts. So that's already breaking a trope, but another one that she's breaking is if you do the deed, you die. They even talk about this in the movie.
You gave it up. Now you're no longer a virgin. That virgin. Now you gotta die. Those are the rules.
Sidney also survives throughout her franchise. This is again another very rare thing to happen. Nancy Thompson, dead. Alice Hardy, dead. But of course, the big Sid defies all odds. Hopefully this stays the same for Scream 7. But she survived 6 movies so far. The only other contender is Laurie Strode. But like I said earlier, she died twice, so does that really count? And not only does Sidney survive her franchise, she survives multiple eras of horror. From reviving the slasher genre to making it to the reboot era, Sidney Prescott has held strong. The OG Scream was about horror movie roles. She outgrows them and reinvents them. The final reason I think Sidney's the ultimate horror movie character is that she is the modern blueprint for a final girl. Like I was saying earlier, Scream reinvented the slasher genre in the late 90s, and with that, Sidney reinvented the final girl itself. Her cultural impact is crazy. After Scream 7, instead of getting the same old final girl with the same old tropes, we got more self-aware and witty protagonists. Yes, I used the word witty. Think of people like Julie James from I Know What You Did Last Summer. She really sets the tone for late 90s, early 2000s horror, and without Sidney, you don't really get the meta horror wave that came because of her. And who knows, maybe without Sidney reinventing the genre, we could still be getting boring ass people like Alice Hardy. Sidney was a breath of fresh air, and many people after her tried to match her personality, but just couldn't get it done.
Nope.
She is one of a kind.
I fucking killed him.
So, what more can I say? The amount of personality and complexity that Sidney has as a character is unmatched. Starting off as a vulnerable teen, processing her trauma, and ending off as a confident survivor. We'll probably never see another character like her in the horror genre. I mean, even in the first scene we see of her, we can see her resourcefulness when she uses her one closet door as a lock. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please subscribe. And let me know what I forgot to add. Let me know if you think Sidney is the GOAT of all final girls. And let me know what other videos you want to see. With that all being said, Poppy Bluebird out of the booth. Praise Jesus.